Hi. So for the presentation part of this final, I decided to go ahead and do a video reflection on my findings in regards to my experiment. To start off, I do think that I set up my experiment well. I think when it came to setting the scene, I did a very good job at giving a reason as to why I needed them to taste my cake. That my work was doing a contest on who could ever bake the best cake. Got a $200 gift card to the melting pot. And with that, I also found it important that on my original or my first taste testing, that I keep them all separated. And I also thought it was smart to go to their own environmental settings as far as their houses, just because I felt like when you're in like your own environment, it's easier for you to be more comfortable and open and honest. So you don't feel threatened, even though how close we are as friends, they shouldn't feel threatened. But just to kind of make sure that variable was pushed out of the way, I thought that was smart, and I felt that I also got very honest opinions on my first cake test, especially when both cakes were exactly the same. Um, and the reason why I chose chocolate cake is because I felt that I could get very subjective information back. Um, I let them know ahead of time that I needed very good input, and I needed you to be honest, so I knew how to tweak the recipe, and I knew what to add and what not to add, and what you liked and what you didn't like about it. And so, opposed to getting, hey, this chocolate cake is good, I could have them give me more in depth response to it. And on my original on my first taste test on Monday, I felt that I did. That is exactly what I got. I got honest and open opinions on what they thought about my cake. Um, I also thought, I also was really surprised on the results that I did get. Um, I wasn't expecting, I actually wasn't expecting any of them to say, this tastes better, or yeah, I can tell that you added something different, or I can tell that you put more cocoa into it, or milk, or eggs, or sour cream, or whatever addition they thought I should add, because the cake tasted the exact same. There was nothing I didn't tweak the recipe at all. I literally took the same exact dollar box cake and made the same dollar box cake. So I figured that they would have been open and honest, and maybe that's kind of why the setting was also different as well. So opposed to me going to each and every house and giving them the same piece of chocolate cake and getting the same results, maybe it was the different set of environment. So opposed to me being at their house, them coming to my house, maybe it was kind of a different environment that they felt they needed to conform in that regard. Either way, I was just completely baffled when both Chelsea and Lindsay stepped up and said, "Hey, this is a lot better than your first one." Um, when I got the results from Emily and Ashley, I kind of felt that those were more honest results, but I also felt that maybe Emily's response wasn't so accurate, and that she was just trying to be nice in a sense and not be rude. And um, because in their minds and everyone's mind, I was preparing for this cake all week long, and I was making this cake over and over again to be better. So maybe they didn't want to hurt my feelings, and so by nicely saying how they said things, they just made me feel a warm and fuzzy, opposed to bad, I guess is what it was. The one thing that I kind of wish I would have done different, or not necessarily different, or but something that I could try in the future, is putting, instead of having all of my best friends as my participants, maybe kind of switch up the balance a little bit, and maybe put two of my really close male friends who are all close with us, and putting two of my female friends. I guess what I want to see there is, do the boys conform with the boys and do the girls conform with the girls, or do we all kind of see it as one? Are we all going to have different kind of um, are you able to be more comfortable with your honest opinion opposed to what your group thinks? And I also kind of wondered how it would have been if I would have had all of my male friends as test subjects. I felt like when it came to me implementing this type of experiment, it all based off me coming home and seeing that my boyfriend was watching the same hockey game that I was watching a few nights before, and now all of a sudden I had his guy friends there. So a part of me kind of thinks, would have my results have been different if I kind of would have mixed up the scenario a little bit? And that's something I could probably do in due time and see what kind of results I get. But I'm just kind of baffled at my results in general. Um, but regards to that, I do think that I did implement my strategy well, and I think this may not have been the original experiment that I was hoping to go for, but I also thought conforming was part in our readings was probably the most intriguing to me. And because I've had such a close group, strong structure for so long, I just kind of wanted to see how it would turn out with my best friends. And it kind of makes me wonder how many times am I getting the honest truth from you opposed to how many times am I not getting the honest truth? Are you being nice to be nice? Or are you actually giving me, are you telling me what I want to hear? Are you actually giving me what I'm asking? And so, regardless, though, I think I got accurate information. I think I set up my experiment well, and I may have been baffled with my results, but those are what I got. So everything kind of turned out. Everything went smoothly, though, in my opinion. So I really hope you enjoyed my reflection, and thanks for watching.